In 7th grade, I tried to kill myself after a lot of mental health struggles, a lot of self-harming issues, and it worsened my relationship with a lot of different people. It changed a lot of different aspects of my life, but I think that the one that shocked me the most was just how it impacted my relationship with my parents. I think that that wasn't really something I'd considered previously, but all of a sudden there was this like huge distance between us. There was a lot of strain, there was a lot of fear and guilt. And I think that that really worsened how I was able to interact with my parents and how I was able to interact with the world around me.
When I found out you were attempting, it was utter chaos in my head. I very vividly remember thinking, this is out of my league. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. It's not in the parenting handbook that we don't get anyway, but it was so unexpected. Hindsight is unfortunate that I didn't see the signs, but it really was, it blew me away. I had no idea.
After I attempted and my parents found out, we went to the hospital, we went to the ER. I was freaked out. I was out of it. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to process it. Obviously, at that point, my parents knew. They could see the self-harm. They knew what was happening, but it was just still, all I wanted to do was hide. And I think that that was a lot of my experience with attempting suicide, was just that I was so scared of what they were gonna think. I felt like I was this outcast to the family. I felt like I was ruining things for them, which looking back, I probably did, considering it did take a massive toll over their life. But I wasn't really thinking about their lives. I was thinking about what's gonna happen to me.
You said 2 words to me for those 3 days. That was very, very rough. You just kept your back turned towards me. You wouldn't talk to me, but then you would talk to other people that came in. Yeah, I thought I lost you. I totally thought I lost you.
I think that for teenagers, it's just really easy to push away your parents just because it's scary. It's scary for the kid and it's scary for a parent to experience mental health issues. I know with my parents, obviously they were very freaked out when I was attempting suicide because their child had overdosed. Their child was pretty much in and out of consciousness. I was barely processing anything happening. It was a very scary experience for them, but it was in that moment, all I could process was them yelling at me. I couldn't process anything but the fact that they were upset, and I think that that's a lot of the reason why children push their parents away, is that even if the reactions don't come from anger, they come from fear. In a child's mind, those reactions, those outward reactions are horrifying, because there's so little control over our world outside of parents that it's just, if you lose that parental support, you don't really have much left.
Being a parent in a situation like this is different than, say, a distant relative, because of the guilt that's involved with a parent. Because you really are, that was my job. My job was keeping you safe. My job was, helping you learn, keeping you stable. And so when all of this happened, it really was like, I failed, I thought I failed. And I really and honestly thought I was a pretty good freaking mom before that. I would give myself props, and I was humbled. I was humbled a little bit. But there's just so much more guilt. You're in it. You can't walk away from it. You can't move on. There was no moving on. There was the fear that you weren't going to get better, that this sadness was just going to continue, and you weren't gonna feel better about yourself and life. So I think that that's where it's different. Where when it's distant, I'm sure it hurts, but you have other things in your life. This was our life. This was our life for a very long time.
I think that my relationship with my mom differs from a lot of other relationships because even though there's like the generational difference, there's still so much in common between us. I mean, I think that we've had a lot of the same life experiences. There's just so many details between us that are so similar. And I think that kind of scared me a lot growing up. I think that it was kind of difficult for me to feel so similar to someone and not be them. That puts a lot of strain on that relationship because there's a lot of expectations to fulfill things that like your mom never got to do just because you're so similar.
I had always seen a lot of me in you growing up regardless, but at that time it brought back a lot of very tough feelings and memories that I had as a teenager. When I was like 17, I had something similar happen with me, and the difference was my parents didn't do anything about it, and I was determined not to do that with you. That's why we went to so many facilities and we did so many different things, because I needed this to get better for you. I may not understand everything, but I do understand a little bit more than you probably thought I did of those feelings and that loneliness and just what depression can do.
I think that even though like struggling with mental health was such a big issue between me and my mom and our relationship, I ultimately am a little bit grateful, even though obviously it was such a horrific event. It was deeply traumatizing for me. It was deeply traumatizing for my family. It did allow me to say a lot of things that I wasn't able to say, which got me help. It got my parents to start reconsidering some things. And I think it ultimately made our relationship significantly stronger because it was just kind of about being able to accept things that go unspoken most of the time. I think that most families kind of gloss over mental health issues. It's kind of an out of sight, out of mind thing.
We've come so far. I really think we've come so far. I mean, I know that I get on your nerves and I say dumb things, but that's what moms are supposed to do. I feel like you love me again, because I really didn't think you loved me for a really long time. And that's really hard. And I'm so grateful that we have come so far. I still think we have further to go. I think we'll always be working on it. But, I love you so much, and I feel like you love me again. That's all. No.